So the negative thoughts and what if thoughts are not as bad as they used to be, but I'll still get them from time to time, but nowhere as bad as they was before. Before I would wake up in the middle of the night, or as soon as I wake up, even doing a nap, I'll start having these negative what if thoughts. Sometimes I'll be like sitting on my bed, start putting my head down between my knees, or start like scratching my hair, like start telling myself stop having these thoughts. I'll just try to talk to myself, but they never work, and it makes it really hard for you to just wake up and just say, I should stop thinking negative and stop paying attention to these thoughts. But you can't always just wake up and say, no, I'm not gonna think about it. You have to actually do something about it. For me, what I did was I'll look back at those old videos that I pushed myself out the door. I try not to think about, like, those couple bad days, hours, minutes. Because if I do, then I'll forget about those great days that I had. Like out this month so far, I only had like 2, 3 really bad days, but those bad days weren't actually completely bad days because I was still doing something positive. I just had moments that I felt like they were bad days, but they weren't actually completely bad days. They were just like, moments that was bad. It could have been like a couple minutes, a couple hours, but I can't say bad day when it was just a couple minutes or hours. And when you're sleeping, you can't say that was a bad day because you're sleeping. You don't feel anything unless you're dreaming about having a panic attack. Then yeah, but sometimes I do dream about my panic attacks. Then I'll wake up having a panic attack, but that hasn't happened as much. I've been getting more sleep and stuff too. But as for the negative and what if thoughts, when they do happen, it usually happens like when I wake up. When, like, when you wake up, you'll start questioning yourself, like, oh, how many panic attacks am I gonna have today? What if I can't do this today? What if, I had a great day yesterday. What if it's 10 times worse today because I had a great day yesterday? Sometimes when I get dressed and get ready to go outside for a quick walk around the block to the school or whatever, I'll start having like, what if I walk out my house, I forget my keys? What if I walk out and I feel faint and then no one's there to help me? What if this, what if that? But how many times those what if thoughts actually happen? Like, what if I faint? How many times have I faint since I had anxiety? None. And then the negative thought, like, what if I can't leave my front door? How many times have I left my front door this month? You know, 3 weeks already. So, anytime you think about those negative thoughts and then you record yourself, and then you look back on those moments where you actually did something, then you realize that, hey, I didn't have as much negative thoughts, what if thoughts as much as I used to, because I've been watching a lot of my older videos where I just lay down and just stop paying too much attention to my symptoms compared to how I am now. So that's why, like, when I look at my own face, my own eyes, I can tell I feel more alive. Like, before, my eyes would be like kind of like, like I'm trying to fall asleep, but now I feel more alive. Not like before, not like my old self, at least not yet. But I do feel more happier, not as depressed as I was. I mean, I still get those little moments here and there, but it's not like I'll have it all day. Like, I remember last summer I would close my windows, not my windows, but I wouldn't have my curtains open. I would leave my bedroom door closed. I would always have my headphones on. And I did that because I didn't want to hear any noise. The bright lights from the sun would make me feel depressed because when it's sunny you want to be outside, you want to enjoy the weather or whatever. But when you have anxiety and you're housebound, you're like, what's the point? I'm just gonna have a panic attack as soon as I leave my house. Sometimes you can leave your own bedroom and then you won't feel safe. Like for the longest time, I only felt safe in my own bedroom, even though I still have panic attacks there. But I felt safer with having a panic attack in my bedroom than I would have it to like the hallway or the bathroom or whatever. But now I try to spend more time like getting off my bed and like taking that first few step out of my bedroom. It isn't easy, but I still I'm still trying. I might not be going far, but at least I've been going out the door. So to me, it doesn't matter if you take that first step out the door. As long as you take that first step, that's a positive. Because if for me, for the longest time, I just didn't even want to get out of my own bedroom. I didn't even want to. I didn't even want to step on the floor. So if I start having negative thoughts, I'll just look back at my old videos and like remind myself, hey, I went to I I left my bedroom. I took that couple of steps out my front yard, my backyard, whatever. Then that negative thought will slowly just disappear. So even if you even if you go outside for like 5 minutes and you never gone outside for 5 minutes, only like a minute or less, that's still a positive. Even though it doesn't seem like it's much, but 5 minutes is better than nothing. Because I know some people that are housebound, they say they can only make it to the front door and take one step out, but some of them say, "Oh, I've been able to like go to my driveway to the curb, even though that might not seem like a lot to some people, but that's still a positive because as long as you take that one extra step more than you did the previous day, that's still a positive. Anytime you leave the house, that's a positive. Because for the longest time, I would question myself why why I couldn't even leave my own bedroom. I knew the answer, but because I was scared, what if this and that happened? And once you let those what if thoughts get to you, that's when you're like, no, no, I don't want to leave. Because that's what happened to me. Like, sometimes I'll start putting my socks on, and then my brain will say, where do you think you're going? You know you're not going. You know you're gonna start getting dizzy. You know you're gonna have headaches. You know you're gonna feel faint or whatever. And then I'll just say, you're right, and then I'll just take my socks off. Just go back, lay down my bed, like, and say, yep, you're right. I'm not gonna go do it, but the more you listen to your negative thoughts, the harder it gets. So now I'm like, if I have a negative thought, like, oh, you're not gonna do it, I'll just say in my head, like, oh, yes, I am. Just put my clothes on, just walk out the door, and then sometimes the negative thought will just like slowly go away. They'll get worse, and they'll just keep going. I'll just keep walking farther and farther each time, and then you'll feel that. Then you start feeling like you start feeling better because you realize that, hey, nothing happened. And once you do feel panicky, just walk a little bit farther, sit down, let it pass, and then once you calm, then walk back home. Because if you walk back home when you're feeling panicky, that's when you make it worse. Your heart will start pounding faster, and you'll start say no, I can't go to this place because my brain doesn't. My brain will start giving me flashbacks. But once you start realizing that you're not scared of that place anymore, then you can go farther each time. I know some people can do it, can go farther than I can. Some people would need help, like with a support group or with a friend. For me, I go by myself because I don't know, sometimes I just don't want to bother anyone and I just want to prove to myself that I can do it by myself. Because I know if I go and then I tell that person, let's turn around because I feel like I'm gonna faint and I don't want to disappoint that person even though they know that I'm struggling. But at the same time, you're like just bringing your negativity around someone else. But that's why I like to go myself. Once I can prove it to myself, now and if I want to go farther, and then I'll ask somebody to go with me. But for now, that's why I do it by myself. I know some people feel comfortable doing it by themselves. Some people have to do it with someone else. Me, if I go with someone and I feel panicky, I'll just tell that person I want to run home. But if I'm by myself, I'll tell myself no, I can't run home. It's just how my thinking pattern is. It's like doesn't make sense. And so right now I'm still a little bit panicky because anytime I talk about my symptoms, that and then I'll start having like little flashbacks. So that's why it does make it hard when you talk about it. At the same time, I talk about it because I don't want it to like stick in my head all the time. And when I do talk about it, I'll write down my thoughts on a piece of paper. I do feel better because once you let those thoughts out of your mind, they slowly go away. And that's why it helps me when I make these videos or when I write down my thoughts on the paper, so they don't stick to my head because you keep thinking about it. So once you're writing on the paper, just leave it on that paper and just ignore, and then it'll slowly get better. It takes time, but that's why it has been helping me. Also watching other YouTubers talking about anxiety also helps me because before I would just like sit down on my bed in the corner and start questioning myself, how did I let this happen to myself? Does anyone else feel this way? Does anyone understand what I'm going through? But then I'll start thinking no one has this, no one knows what I'm going through. But then at the same time, when I start watching videos, I find out there are about like millions of us out there that have the same negative thought, the same anxiety. Some of us have it worse than others, but it doesn't matter. We all still have it.